All right, down here, and the red, a Terran player who looks a little bit disappointed about his last game. He is a member of the team ZenX, and his ID is...
ZenX Byun.
Few fans in the audience. Oh, the fans getting intense. See him now. I was gonna say there's a few people banging them together. There's Kwanbi in South Korea. Hello from Team Liquid hello Team Liquid from Texas. A smiley face there. Always good to see the fans. Guys, if you're in Seoul, Korea and you're watching this broadcast, why aren't you at the studio? You should come down here. You get free drinks, you meet a whole bunch of people. Especially if you're a foreigner in Korea, and sometimes there are language barriers when you're walking around and stuff. You can meet some great friends here who live in Korea.
Slayer's Alicia.
I botched an intro. I'm Wolf. That's Slayer's Alicia. Wolf, the king of the botched intros. But like I said earlier, man, Alicia needs no intro. But as I was saying, like having a conversation with myself. Oh, Wolf alone. It's like Home Alone, but it's Wolf alone because I'm here by myself. Makes me sad. I wish I had a co-commentator here with me, but that's okay. Oh, they're gonna put me up on the Korean stream. There I am. Hey, Koreans. Yeah, I'm here alone, commentating by myself. Yep. So that's that. But I keep trying to say something. I keep getting interrupted by intros. Intros and people putting me on the Korean stream. But seriously, if you're in Korea, you're a foreigner, come here. You can meet some awesome friends. Everyone who's here is into StarCraft. Obviously, that's why they're here. And they speak English, a lot of them. There's a lot of foreigners here, so you can make a lot of friends. I definitely recommend coming down to the studio. If you're nervous, you don't know where it is, look it up on the GOMTV website. Look it up on Google. Google how to get to GOMTV studio. There's directions there. I found them. Someone was asking me the other day, how do I get there? I was like, I don't know. I know exactly where it is on the GOMTV website, but I know it's there. So you just Google it and it takes you right to the page. There's no excuse, guys. StarCraft fans in Korea, get out here. All right, so it looks like Byun is going to be going for another fast expand, gasless CC, by the looks of it. Alicia, on the other hand, is taking his second gas. Skipped his first Zealot. SCB comes in here. He's going to want to check for that second gas. And do a little bit of harassment with that SCV at the mineral line. Really wants to see that second gas, though. The most important thing when you're scouting as a Terran player at this stage of the game, even if the Zealot's out, you can keep your SCV alive. There are three things. There's three things you want to do. First, you want to keep your SCV alive. Secondly, you want to see, did he take a second gas? And thirdly, you want to see, where are his pylons? Because later when you want to come and scout, you want to know where to scan. If you know where his pylons are, you know exactly where all of his structures are going to be. And if you see only one pylon, you check the entire base to see only one pylon, that means something's being hidden, because he's got to have another pylon somewhere. Ooh, Alicia getting a very fast Twilight Council. It may be a DT expand. It could be Blink Stalker Aggression. Blink Stalker Aggression, very, very effective against this type of early expand that we're going to see from Byun. I was going to mention it earlier because I thought Ace was going to do that, but when I was watching Ace play earlier when he was at the GOM house, and a lot of replays I've seen of him in general, he likes to do this against this type of build. Just go fast, blink, get a ton of Blink Stalkers out, and eventually you just wear your opponent down because you have so many Blink Stalkers and you can micro them. If you have good control, your opponent just can't really do anything about it. So we're about to find out what it's going to be, and it looks like he has added 2 additional gateways, not researching Blink, so it is going to be a DT expand. Now, the thing about DT expands is if your opponent doesn't wall off like we've seen Byun do, or not do, I should say, if he doesn't wall off, it's kind of tough to hold the DTs. Now, there's the Dark Shrine going down now. Now keep in mind, he's going to have 2 orbitals, that's twice as many scans as normal, but since he didn't wall off, this SCV wants to see what's going on, has no idea, though. If you don't have a wall off, the DTs can just walk past. If you have a wall off and the DTs are trying to run by, you can just repair that depot until you have a scan, and you just hold it off that way. But as it is, I think Byun's going to be hard-pressed to hold this. He feels like something's coming. He knows something's coming. I think he thinks it's Void Rays hidden or something. But that's not what it's going to be. Probe runs up here, sees that it's still not walled off, sees the bunker as well. Korean commentators went crazy about something. I don't know what it was. That happens every now and then from time to time. You guys probably hear them because they get so intense. All right, now the Stalker's going to run up here, try to scout a little bit as well. And look at this. Byun, he sees... Oh, it's not on your screen, but Stalker did run up there, and Robotics is canceled. He sees the Marauders. Now, that's what he wanted to know. How many Marauders are you making? If you're making a lot of Marauders, it means you're not going Cloak Banshees. I don't need the Robo. Remember, he does have this forward pylon up near his base. There's a shot of it now. So he's going to warp in his DTs over there, most likely. Now, the Shrine has finished. The Nexus has started as well, by the way. He's got enough for about 3 DTs. Gonna warp in just 2 here initially. No engineering bay for Byun, but he does have enough for 2 scans if he doesn't drop them right now. Okay, so he does save up enough. He's gonna knows he walls immediately because that's what you have to do. You wall off, your opponent cannot really get in there. He's gonna try to do as much damage as he can. Scans. Now remember, every scan is worth approximately 270 minerals, so that wasn't a total loss for Alicia. He also killed an SCV. For some extra depots. Now this third DT though is going to be the charm. The third one's a charm here because he's going to break through these depots before Byun has enough for a scan. Now his engineering bay is just now finishing up now with good DT control. Oh, nice. Byun does have enough SCVs to repair. And this is what I'm talking about. If you're walled off, DT's not getting in there. Just most likely if you only have 1 DT, he's not going to get in there. He's going to have to back away. So nice reactions by Byun. Saved those scans. Didn't drop those mules immediately. I think the timing that Alicia had for that was pretty worked out because, I don't know if you guys noticed, but at both of those orbitals he had just 50 energy, like it just finished up there and he was about to attack, and I think he wanted to do it in such a timing where his opponent just dropped those 2 mules because he knows the timings for the CCs, he knows the timings for the mules. I'm pretty sure Alicia actually had it planned, so he would drop those 2 mules and then he would run in with the DTs and there wouldn't be any scans. But Byun was too clever. He was prepared for that. Now notice that Byun's keeping SCVs around to spot for things. He actually has an SCV patrolling around the edge of his base to make sure there's no pylon and, like, you know, hallucination getting DTs into the main. Doesn't want that to happen. That's been known to happen. Alicia's been known to do that. But back at home, Alicia has started his +1 armor upgrade. He's had that Nexus up for a long time. He's starting to add more gateways. He's gone up to 4 gates. Actually, he's going up to 5 now. The ghosts are out. Now these ghosts are going to be critical in this attack from Byun, because Alicia does not have that many units, and every DT that he makes to hold this off, which DTs are usually kind of the staple unit of this type of build when your opponent comes to pressure you, because you have an expand, but he doesn't have a Raven, so you just keep using the DTs. But if you have scans and you have ghosts ready, things get pretty nasty, because those ghosts, if you EMP a Dark Templar, gets rid of that cloaking field. In fact, he's just waiting. Does have enough energy on both of those ghosts, wants to do this just right. Wants to try to, if he can, EMP the sentries instead of EMPing the DTs. Those EMPs very valuable. Now, this is exactly how you hold off this type of aggression with this DT expand. You just keep working in 1 DT at a time, forcing the scans. That's a lot of money lost. But I think actually Alicia is not going to be able to hold this. Oh, that DT gets out just in time. Another scan goes down, and Alicia's going to have to sack this Nexus. No way he can hold it. And I have to say, Byun's been doing some great job dealing with this DT expand. It's actually a really difficult build to do, or a difficult build to play against if you go for some type of Marauder expand or a really fast gasless expand. Any type of bio play, it's very difficult because you can't get that Raven out, so it's very difficult to punish your opponent for what he's doing. And also, you know, if you're not really good at defending, you can just die. It's a very scary build indeed. Charge is almost done. +1 armor is done as well. He may just try to go down here and go for it. He's forced to cancel that Nexus again. And I actually don't, he didn't cancel that Nexus. He didn't get his minerals back. I saw it. So that's going to be bad. Now he does have +1 and Guardian Shield. So that's a lot of armor on these units. No EMPs on those sentries though, so the force field's doing a lot here to help clean up those Marines, and Alicia actually has a pretty scary army now. You may want to just stop with those ghosts and EMP before they die. Does keep those ghosts alive, gets 1 EMP off on some sentries and the other on some zealots. This is a really scary army for Alicia though, running forward, and he even has that pylon, so he's going to flank with those zealots. This is beautiful. Catches all of Byun's army. That ghost gets 1 last EMP off. But that's going to be it because Byun has a wall up here. He's got bunkers. So Alicia did cut up a lot of that army. He can pressure no further. Remember, he does have that Nexus rebuilding back at home, but losing that Nexus, not even canceling it, is a huge setback for Alicia. So Byun is still significantly ahead even after losing all of those units. Now Byun is just now making his starport, so his starport a little bit behind because he did get those ghosts out. They're very gas intensive, so he can't really put on any harassment pressure right now, can't do drops, doesn't want to move out on the map when his opponent has charged zealots. Byun is just like, he's like, I've lost too many games to these Protoss aggression. I'm making 4 bunkers. He's got 4 bunkers at the front. He's even got some SCVs pulled to repair just in case. Byun knows he's so ahead that he's not going to lose to any silly business. No silly business to be had, actually, though, because Alicia is going to back up. Just taking that control with those zealots that he has. Continuing to warp in more zealots. He does have +2 armor and Guardian Shield. Is he going to go for this? I'm not sure if this is the right choice. Got to be a little bit more decisive than that, Alicia, if you're going to go for it. This may be his last chance, though, given that his Nexus has been so delayed. I can understand what he's thinking here. He's thinking, there's no way, if I don't kill him now, or at least do some damage, there's no way he can catch up. He's teching up behind this. Templar Archives is going up. He wants to get that Templar Archives up instead, it looks like. So he is going to head home. Whew, that was a stressful moment there. I thought Alicia was going to just go for it, and I think that would have been a terrible choice. I understand why he wanted to do it, but would not have worked. Byun is so prepared for that, it's not even funny. Is he? No, don't do it, Alicia. Don't do it. There's depots behind. There are depots in front of those bunkers, Alicia. It's not going to happen. I promise. I promise you, breaking that is just... There is no chance of that working right now, Alicia. No way, Jose. Except his name's Alicia. No way, Alicia. Now, Alicia's very smartly taking a second Nexus right now. I'm not going to say double expanding because he waited until after his primary natural was already up. But taking that fast third Nexus is another way to try to get ahead. I think maybe what he was doing with that attack was going, did you salvage your bunkers? Because if you did, I'll punish you. I think that may have been his plan there. Now it looks like Byun is finally starting to get a little bit aggressive here. He does have those dropships out. And once the dropships are out, you've got Stim. You have that ability to be aggressive when your opponent doesn't have area of effect units. It does take out that pylon. Now Alicia is all the way back at home with most of his units. He's prepared for drops, almost some might say a little bit over-prepared. He is going to have +1 weapons here pretty soon, and that third Nexus is up. So Byun doesn't have a third Command Center even built yet, so his economy is going to fall behind Alicia pretty quick, but I'm not sure if that's going to come into effect because he's got a scary army coming towards Alicia right now, and Alicia doesn't look like he can necessarily hold it, but he is going to have Psystorm blink as well. +2 attack coming up here, so Alicia about to have a pretty scary army himself, but with good control and good EMPs, Byun should be able to crush through this and end this game right now. That's exactly what he wants to do. Here he comes forward. The High Templar at the back. The Sentry is going up their Guardian Shields before the EMPs. EMP is going to try to hit those Templar. He does hit the Templar, even sniping the remainder of the Templar. They don't have any energy. There's no real energy for force fields, and look at that. There's just too much DPS, and Byun is going to take Alicia out. GG. That is how to deal with the DT expand. Byun did it right. If you know the timing, you know to save the scans. If you know that, you save the scans, deal with the initial DTs, and then immediately wall off. That's how you do it. Get that eBay up. And then if you completely nullify the damage done at the front, and you get fast ghosts out, you can attack your opponent, you just save scans. And you pressure. So many players just don't do that. Byun looking very happy with himself. There's a shot of our GSL logo. It's all around here. It's everywhere here at the GSL studio, which I highly recommend you guys come down and see. I can't emphasize it enough. All right, Byun, he's taking a drink. He's ready for the next game. How do I know Alicia's ready? It's because he keeps saying go, go, go in chat. I'm reading it. He's ready. Shot of our full studio. The crowd just barely off the camera because it's extending pretty far today. There's so many players here. Or, well, some of these people here are players. I meant to say spectators. All right, Alicia warming up his hands. Byun getting ready. The map is going to be Crossfire. Like I said, a very important map. Or the first two sets were very important for Alicia because this map, if Byun knows what he's doing here, I think he can abuse almost any Protoss build that he wants to just because of the architecture of the map. Now the countdown has started. Who's going to take this third game and advance to the round of 16? Will it be Byun? Will it be Alicia? Terran or Protoss? Here at the GSL, let's find out.